Morning, welcome to the Pursuit of Truth. I was just watching Sky News and they have their special, was it climate show, I think it's called. Half an hour every day, twice a day I believe, where they talk about the dangers of climate change and what's going on around the world and what's being done and all their facts and figures. You know, that's great, assuming it exists and it's not just a trend. Because I don't know, like with like the ice melting and things like that. I don't know. Have we always had the same amount of water on the planet? Because I assume when the ice melts, it goes up, and then it comes down. Is it always the same amount? Is it even if we're peeing and things, or does it come more when we're adding more water to it? But the water we get is from the drinking, or are we creating new water with our bodies? I don't know. So I mean, if it's the same amount of water on the planet as it was a million years ago, then it's just between ice and water, and maybe that thing happens all the time. I don't know, but anyway, that's not what I really want to talk about. What I really want to talk about is, well, before anyone argues over that's because only there's 100 years statistics that they're going on, and who knows that 100 years, whether that, can you then use that 100 years and then go back and say it didn't happen 1,000 years ago or 10,000 years ago? And the changes in how we check temperature has changed. So you're using statistics from 100 years ago that were done in a completely different way than now, and you're expecting them to be able to correlate those two. Anyway, on the subject I wanted to get is why doesn't any news broadcaster have a program about the human suffering that's going on every day? Because that's just as bad, isn't it? People, yes, will be suffering from climate change, and in the future it'll be a lot worse if it's true what they're saying. But human suffering has been going on for ages and is still going on. So why isn't there a program about Mrs. Jones down the road? She's lost her house and she's sleeping on the street now and she's got no food. Or in Africa, a child has lost its life to some medical condition that we have stores of the medication that we could give them. You know, why isn't there a program about human suffering that's happening? I mean, it would take more than half an hour, but imagine how many eyes it would awake if you saw that. If you see how much Greta Thunberg and people like that have changed people's mindsets, and that Sky News now have changed people's mindsets about climate change, and countries around the world are talking about doing things. What about human suffering that's going on all the time? You know, I know they say, well, there's these charities and blah, 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 but these are Band-Aids. They're not checking the root, the systematic problems that we're continuing to live with. So why isn't there a program like that that shows all the suffering in the world? Take care, take it easy, God bless, and peace.